this protein shake here. Got mushrooms in it. Some kind of mushrooms. Mushroom mixture. This is the lighting you gotta deal with for today. Because the little small ones are out of battery. Probably should replace those with something else. I started reading about something but kind of gave up. Maybe I'll continue. But it has something to do with like patience when building a household. It's like she's there even when you're in despair. She's there to like carry you through. Page of Swords. First reasons that you probably don't comprehend yet. Eight of Coins. It's preparing you. There's a preparation that's been that it's creating for a time that's yet to come. Wheel of Fortune, Four of Swords, a time when all the pieces will be put together. Yeah, so I think this one's about. I'll continue this kind of personal. It's a personal. We're doing it personal, I guess. Just who knows if it will come out that way or not, you know. It's gonna be a loose one, I think. It's pretty late already. King of Wands. Come out sideways. King of Wands. Yeah. Uh-oh. So what could that mean? Yeah, I think maybe more testing is required, you know? Ten of Chalices, the Hangman. Both reversed. I don't want to do anything like I did last time for... I've done a personal for this person before, and it came out like maybe too personal. It was like at an earlier point in my learning experience here. So maybe I wasn't as cogent. Huh. This is all talking about, like, yeah, perhaps there needs to be more. It's the Hermit and the Two of Wands reversed also. So nothing upright yet. But Ten of Wands, Hangman, Hermit, and the Two of Wands is all talking about, like, maybe more needs to be investigated more. These are from that last one just now, Temperance and the Six of Swords. I think it's talking about removing some of the pressure off of you. It has something to do with someone else kind of examining themselves more, or at least like the physicality of it. You catch my drift? It's like they don't want to do that. They don't want to see they want to like have it flipped on their head that it's their Ten of Chalices. Ten of Chalices is like, I don't know, sacral fluid, right? Yeah. Four of Wands. Right. Because it makes them feel like they're not, you know, the investigation has not been done correctly. It's like they don't want to feel like it's their issue, or they don't want to seem like it's their issue, or it makes them uncomfortable, or they're not like, not something that's like particularly like proud. Who would be proud, but like, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Temperance, Six of Swords, it's like, that one feels more like you, the magician, right? Creation. It's the magician of the household, right? That's the ideal situation for that, for this person, right? Yeah, the Six of Swords temperance seems like it was like directed at you when I pulled it, saying like, it's something that they have to go through, something that they have to like take responsibility for in their mind, you know? Like it's something they have to like overcome. And that just takes a little bit of like smoothing out, you know? Anything else? Yeah, the magician of the household. But it's like the household's reversed currently. So it's like, what do they create? What's their creation at this point? Perhaps I'm being a little like harsh, or like over, like making it into more of like a big deal than it is. But I think that's like with a lot of like people are in that position, in that King of Wands position, you know, is that they want to feel like they've created the whole thing, like they created it. Four of Wands, they want created the home, right? With the magician, that's like something that they want, and it's like maybe this needs to be investigated more. That point around that, taking the pressure off, pressure release valve with the temperance, right? And it's like you won't get to that kind of like peace of mind, that victory in the mind, Six of Swords, without releasing some of the pressure off of yourselves and each other, I guess. So yeah, the Ten of Chalice is reversed. This is like bad liquid or something, or like, I don't know. Not gonna go there. Who knows? But maybe some more investigation needs to be taking place. Two of Wands, the Hermit reversed. Something that the focus hasn't been there, but maybe that's like perhaps something that needs to happen. You know why? Let's see why. Let's see why. Eight of Wands. Too busy. Too busy. Yeah. Maybe that's a part of it. Is like there's like always a stress factor involved, especially when you're like busy rushing around all the time, right? Got this like dang blister on the back, on one of the little burn spots on the back of on my back, blistered up. It's like bothering me. It's funny because it's like just one little blister on my back, and itchy, bothers me. The Hermit again. Yeah, maybe look into that. Eight of Wands, the fast moving energy here. It's just a little too much intensity perhaps around it. Give me a second, I'll be right back. maybe I'll pause it here or something. I don't know. No. I need to put aloe on my face. Face is dry. But I don't know what I did with the aloe. What did I do with it? Where is it? Oh, there it is. Alright. Don't watch me. I just washed it, so I don't put the aloe on, then it gets dry really quickly. Within an hour or so. If I like put something on my face, on burns, right? Gets crusty. I'm almost out of aloe, guys. Went through that jar pretty quick. I'm gonna shade my face again pretty quick here. It's actually quite relieving. The doctor basically said it's full of shit and we can't trust aloe and all that, but literally the other lotion I got for this job just makes me break out mostly, as far as I could tell, you know? That's what the situation was with that. I keep doing this shit on camera. So funny. I don't know why I'm so against like polished videos, you know? Like, let's just invite you into my world. No holds barred kind of thing. Here I am, all acne prone and burned myself. My set is getting there. Look, we got a calendar now. Girls and guys, got a calendar. So, yeah, look into that hasty kind of, I guess it could be stress, 8 of Wands. Fast moving energy, right? Hastiness. With the 8 of Coins also. 8 of Wands, 8 of Coins. So sensitive. It's literally like I can just barely like run my nails over this part, but it feels like I gotta itch it, right? Feels itchy, but I can only do this. I can only like just feather over the area. Because if I scratch too hard, blisters come. So yeah, it's maybe straight up talking about a job or like all the work that's been done. Something I've realized is that when you're trying to like get somewhere else, like take a bridge to somewhere else, traverse something too quickly without like investigating it, a lot of the times like that we don't realize that we're kind of like misleading ourselves or going off in the wrong direction or going off in a direction that's like too fast, or our motivations are not necessarily clear, you know? The starting point's not necessarily clear. So, yeah, something to watch out for, I would say. It's like when you're trying to become a king of coins, you know? It's not exactly congruent to do it quickly. Yeah, it can backfire with the Wheel of Fortune downward. You're not leaving enough time for like, I'd say fun with the wheel pointing to the left, right? Because it's like indicating that like not enough, you're not letting loose enough. So maybe you're fixated too much on like King of Coins. I'm not talking to you, but like the other person perhaps. Fixated too much on a King of Coins image of oneself, you know? Trying to get there, trying to become that. And I think there's more to it. There's 3 other kings. And all the queens. There's all the cards in the deck you can't just be focusing on one, right? Trying to become a King of Coins. You know? So yeah, sometimes that can backfire if you're like too fixated trying to get somewhere too quickly. Or that's like the aim, right? Like the goal to get to there. You think of the 8 of Wands, right? You're trying to quickly move into that position. There's the other king, King of Wands. 10 of Swords. We got a Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Coins. The Town. Knight and the Town are reversed. I don't know if I should be doing more. Probably more, right? More stretching, more of all this. It hurts so bad, guys. So annoying. Right. It seems like illogical, but a King of Wands doesn't live, the code that they live by isn't one that's like, it doesn't have anything to do with how money works. Like there's no, like with the Town, there's no particles or pieces within that town that within the King of Wands town that are made up of like the movements of money. They're not like requirements, right? There's no requirements to do with money that the King of Wands deals with, you know? The King of Wands is more about ambition, integrity, honor, those types of things, right? Courage, valor, those types of things. So it's like taking all of that out of the mind. It's not something that you can be caught up in the mind. And the Chariot also downwards to the right. It's like something that feels or seems illogical. You gotta get off that train. You gotta get off that mode of thinking, really, that mode of action, where it's like too much of the time or too much of too much of your town is like constructed of things that are attached to money. I wouldn't say money itself, but like the importance of it, right? It's like taking up too much of your inner world, which is what the town is kind of representing, right? It's like the accumulative makeup of your internal, what you've built internally, right? So this is all just kind of like talking to me about like letting go of that. I don't know. This is all speculative, you know, because I can't tell exactly what a person's feeling. These are kind of like just what the cards are saying, you know, what I'm interpreting the cards to say or could be saying. I do feel like my arms are a little bit more flexible than when I started not too long ago, maybe like a week or so ago, maybe a bit more, 10 days. started reading again. I'm not sure. But doing this, it's still painful. It's actually probably more painful than it was. But feels like I can do it a little bit easier, you know? It's still so tight, like here, all along the back here. This is probably the worst area. This arm goes the worst. And it's like all along the back of this finger here. You probably can't see, but yeah, the skin on this side is just mangled a little bit. It was got like a bunch of blisters. The blisters hung out on this finger the longest here. Kept coming back. It would like blister, and then it would heal, and then blister, and heal, and blister. It's like a week of healing for each time, right? Or more. Native chalices, it hasn't blistered for a while, but it banged this one off of my car. So there's a blister on that one. That seems like it healed up pretty quickly though, because I think as the arms have like healed up a little bit, all of the smaller things that happen seem to heal quicker than when all of it was like trying to heal at once, you know, and the leg, you know, all my resources were being spread out more. Now it seems like all the little stuff gets targeted quicker by my body. It's like, oh, that healed fairly quickly. As far as I remember, the other stuff took way longer. Page of Chalices, Knight of Chalices, the Sun reversed. Page of Chalices reversed. It's weird. I don't think there's, I don't know if I could say that they're slanted. I guess I could say there's a Knight of Swords and the Judgment here. The Sun reversed. Maybe this is talking about a literal sun. And it's like wanting. The Attitude is the Page of Chalices reversed. I think this is mentioning that you need to like release this desire, the wanting. It's kind of I know it's like incongruent with what your life goals are or whatever, but Judgment sideways, the Knight of Swords. It's like taking up that's part of the stress probably. The Eight of Wands energy. It's like it's taking up too much of your mind, like movements of the thoughts in your mind. You're like judging yourself around it. Not you, but like, you know. With the Judgment sideways and the Knight of Swords, right? It's like the movements in the mind, the like thought, how the thoughts move and everything. It's like not great judgment, not great, like the self-judgment is or like the judgments around no sun, right? Can be consuming in a way. It's like uncontrolled with the Knight of Swords reversed. So something to consider there. Taking on those points. Queen of Swords. Is this about you then? I should leave that there for now. What I like going to bed is like I get to put my arms under the blankets and they get warm, and then they seem to like stretch easier. Or like the lady at the the occupational therapist, she was telling me to like try and heat up my arms, so that like she was saying that like think of it like gel or goo or something, and it's like if it's cold, it doesn't move out of your arms easily, and it stays there, right? So if you warm it up, it can move out of your arms easier. There's the Queen of Wands sideways and the Six of Wands downwards, with the Queen of Swords upwards to the right. Upwards to the right, hey? Huh. Queen of Wands to the left, to the right. I don't know. It's something to do with like, it's almost like you're taking on too much of the, so you're upset, you're angry. Justice sideways to the same way as the Queen of Wands. Like you feel like it's not fair, or that it's like your fault or something like that. This failure, Six of Wands. But I would be cautious around that type of thinking also. This seems to be like your makeup, the thoughts, your mental makeup, Queen of Swords. But it's off kilter as well. Chaotic, I'd say, around the subject, because it's to the right. Ace of Swords account sideways too, kind of, but I pulled it out, like, I put it like upwards. Ideas, truth. The truth. The Town and the Knight of Coins again. But the Knight is upwards this time. Town downwards. I don't know, guys. With the Ace. And the Devil. Oh, for the Queen of Wands. Above the Town reversed. The truth is, don't believe that injustice, because the truth is, I'm thinking it's something to do with like society. It's like something that's been planted. Knight of Coins. It's like an idea that's been planted. Right. Because it's over the Queen of Wands. Like you have to, like it's something. It's basically saying something about like an idea that's been planted in society, in the underground of society, underneath society, that it's like women are are evil. Women are evil. Oh my god. And they're like the ones at fault half the time. So, I shouldn't say half the time, but like they're blamed for a lot of stuff, right? So it can be like overemphasized that it's something a woman did or whatever, right? The underneath, the under the underground, under. Yeah, I don't know what I'm trying to say here, but yeah, that's probably something to watch out for too. Is like this common injustice that's being like pushed around. Don't let it bend you over. That's what I'm trying to say with the Queen of Swords. Don't let the it rustle your self clarity about who you are and who you know yourself to be. You know, it's a tough pill sometimes. Either way, whatever the situation turns out to be, but it's hard to tell. Two of Swords, what the real story is. I should leave that there. Leave it there. Stop moving them around so much, man. Five of Wands, Ten of Chalices. Oh, there's another card. Nine of Chalices. What? 9, 10. What is that about? That's a bit. We're on the 10 there. I think I need to, everything's coming at me. It keeps coming at my feet here. I am going to move them. Move them a bit here. Everything's sideways. I don't know which way this came out. But it's the 10 of Coins and the Ace of Coins. Huh. I think it's talking about looking past the aggravation. It's like if you can actually choose to look past the aggravation. Nine of Chalices, 10 of Chalices. That's weird. It's the aggravation that's stopping you from having a full heart and aligning. Satisfaction. Satisfaction, and it's like if you're satisfied, then you have everything that you need. 10 of Coins, Ace of Coins, everything that you want is already given to you if you're satisfied. If you're able to be, if you go into it with like, what did I say for the Nine of Chalices? Damn it. A full heart, alright? It sounds a little hokey. I'm not sure what to say for the Nine of Chalices, 10 of Chalices. Let's get another clarifier. See what's the Nine of Chalices specifically. Nine of Chalices is the Eight of Coins reversed. That's when you stop trying. Maybe there's too much pressure. Five of Wands, right? Not realizing that the pressure is like what's causing the hold up. Eight of Coins, like the bridge bridge that can't be crossed, right? To get to a full heart of satisfaction. 10 of chalices. It's like you've done the job, you've completed it. All the cups have been filled. It's like once you get there where you're satisfied, then what else is there? You have everything that you want. So it's like whether you get, like, it's just the fact that you feel like you need something currently or whatever, right? That's standing in the way. That's the bridge that can't be crossed, you know? It's when you've like placed things into your world where it's like, oh, I need this to feel complete. But that's not true, you know? It never is true. It's like, yeah, we would all like to have, like, I don't know, like, you want to say full life, be fully satisfied and have everything you ever wanted, right? But that definition is really based around identity politics. Really. It's like, who do you see, or who do you want yourself to become, or who do you see yourself as? Or like, you know, it's like being truly satisfied with life is not something that it has like requirements. It's like the Fool really is the perfect example where it's like nothing can like kind of ruffle your feathers in any instance. It's like, yeah, you're listening to me and we had lots of conversations about my own kind of emotional stability and all that, but these are things that I know in the end. It's like we all go through rough patches. We all go through rough patches, is what I'll say. So yeah, I'm not like trying to downplay anything, or, you know, there's the 5 and the 9 downward, downplaying the nature of it. Let's see what else this has to say here. I think we're gonna cut it after this, because I don't want to keep doing too long. Like you mentioned, you know, try to keep them shorter. I just don't know what to do in that case. The moon, right? Huh. Funny enough, the moon looks like, I lit the moon up. Page of Wands and something else. Moon. Chariot again. And the 3 of Swords. Nine of Chalices. The Emperor. It's difficult to know what to say here. Something to do with taking out on responsibilities. It's the Empress over there. And then the Queen of Coins reversed. Huh. Maybe this is talking about something that you're afraid of. The 9 of Chalices, 5 of Wands. It's like something that scares you to the deepest darks of your terrifying to a degree in your unconscious, subconscious, unconscious. Page of Wands. The Chariot. Maybe if it's like talking about like something, there's some fear that's kind of preventing this action from taking place. Page of Wands reversed. And it's like the Queen of Coins is a very stable, nurturing, loving queen, right? The Mother card. This is the Mother card. And the Chariot, it's like pointing up towards the moon. The Emperor. I think it's saying that you need to forgive yourself for perhaps not. It's like a fear around motherhood, a fear around feeling like you're not going to have all the answers to the questions. The Empress, right? It's like something that you think you need to understand first. All the pieces, right? The Emperor downward though? Let's see. It could be talking about perhaps not feeling like unsupported in a way. Let's get a clarifier for the Emperor. I don't normally do clarifiers, but well, that's a lot of cards, but that's what I asked for, right? Two of Wands, Judgments, Page of Chalices, Strength reversed, Page of Coins, and Five of Coins. Judgment on the Page of Chalices, Strength, Page of Coins, and the Five of Coins. Something that's not being done. Not being like... Could be follow through? Either this is you judging it, or they're judging it. Holding it in judgment, holding it in a good standing within themselves, but it has to be undone or followed through. Something that's being investigated in a way, followed through with. And it's to do with Page of Chalices, Page of Coins, Five of Coins, reversed. All three of them inside the Strength. It's like a stranglehold. Like they're holding on with both arms. Page of Coins, Page of Chalices. And the Five of Coins on the Page of Coins. But they're unhealthy. I think that's what you're seeing too. Is that it's like if you're only there half the time, Five of Coins reversed, you can't do it on that sort of thing, you know? Like there has to be a movement towards like growing up in those sense, right? Where it's like you advance. You don't like stay in a Page of Chalices, Page of Coins state, negative, right? It's like you're stuck there. You're not growing past it. Kind of vibes, right? Stuck there strongly. So I think you can tell that, or you have like sense that and agree there has to be like more to it. So it's like something also that you have to like, these are points of forgiveness, I'd say. Not too sure, but you've got 3 pages on the board. Maybe one of them's for you. Pages, this one's like an action, right? Something that's not happening. It's not happening. It's the Queen of Coins reversed. Something to do with like how you're processing this all subconsciously or unconsciously, to do with like understanding motherhood, understanding the completeness of motherhood. And it's like you gotta let that go. You gotta forgive that point also. Is that you're not gonna have all the answers, right off the bat. That's why you do need somebody who is like growing with you and is going to like be fully committed, you know? And I don't know the full story. I'm just reading what the cards are putting in front of me. But yeah, I think that's all for now. I think there's one more. Make one more tarot reading here. Yeah, and then we're done. And then we're eating some yogurt, and then we're done. Oh my gosh, same cards? How do I know that? How do I know it's always going to be the same cards? Got the 8 of Swords, 5 of Coins, Page of Coins here. The 8 is in a weird orientation. Alright. Town and the Knight of Coins again. Huh. It's a reminder, I think. Just a reminder. Why the 8 of Swords? Yeah, it's a reminder. Oh, it's a hint. It's tips. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, oh, if that worries you, right? Eight of Swords sideways. If that's like worrisome to you in terms of like the mental stability, the point around like giving up the quest for money. Because like the 5 of Coins, right, was like half the time there, like half in, half out type shit. And it's like, if that's worrisome, that statement or that ideal or whatever, the looking for money, going out looking for money, or stopping that, right? Page of Coins reversed. It's like, remember that the town, remember that like your internal world, it isn't reliant on money. It has nothing to do with money, right? So you have to like, the King of Wands. The King of Wands will never be able to like stand up straight if you're like thinking about it too much. Really, it's about like taking actions. It's about like having integrity, honor, building those types of like, what are they called? Traits. values, not values. What is it? Virtues, virtues, virtuous, right? Um, it's not something that you can like process mentally. Ten of Swords sideways. It's not something that you can like logically figure out. It's action stuff. So worrying too much about like, I don't know. It could be funds. It could be like wanting to be successful, questing to be successful, right? That's stuff that's like stands in the way truly of like your internal like pride, you could even say. Sense of self pride, King of Wands. So yeah, if that's worrying to a particular person, it's like this is something that you can go over. You can like look into more. Two of Swords up there. All right, one more card, just to close it out. Page of Swords reversed, the last page. It's basically saying don't even get to a point where it's not even entering your mind, where your thoughts are all turned towards the town. What can be done for the town? The town being your internal and external, right? It's like the way that we build ourselves up internally, and that like in turn has direct effect on like everything around us, our reality, right? How our reality manifests externally from that internal structure that we've built. So that's something you gotta consider too, is like this set over here, the worrying about like where things are going to come from, or like if you're going to be able to get what you want, really get the materialistic reality that you want, that you're desiring, like that has to be left behind for in favor of building something that's worth holding in high regard. It's about deconstructing the attachment to like how money integrate into your mind. And it has nothing to do with the money. It has everything to do with who you are in terms of your integrity. So I don't know how helpful this all is to your particular situation, but I think it's all part and parcel with it, right? It's some of the things that I think a lot of the times everything is mental. Everything is about how we like mentally structure ourselves, and that can like, whether it's like through direct consequence where you take an action and then reaction happens, or it's like metaphysical, quantum type thing where like your mental attitude, your mental makeup, the who you are kind of like blocks physical things from happening or brings them about, you know? So I don't know. I think that I hope you find something useful out of this reading here, and maybe share it if you feel so inclined. So yeah, I think that's it for tonight. Good night. Hope you enjoyed. Whoops. Sorry about that.